Good evening, everyone. Here's a few stretches to help you sleep, get ready for bedtime, wind down after a long day. So just come into a tabletop position first, with your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Inhale now, start to drop your belly towards the floor and open your chest, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, round through your spine, suck your navel towards the spine and round through your shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly towards the floor, look up to the ceiling, open the chest, bring the shoulders together. And exhale, round your spine once more. Push the floor away from you gently, just moving into the back. Inhaling, we're dropping the belly down, opening the chest, moving slowly. And exhaling, rounding the back, being gentle with yourself. Inhaling, dropping the belly, opening the chest, looking up. And exhaling, rounding through the spine, pushing the floor gently away for a nice angry cat position. Inhaling, let's do that one more time. Open up the chest, look up to the ceiling. You might want to keep your eyes closed if that feels nice. And exhale, round through the spine, pushing the floor away, separating the shoulder blades. Inhaling now, come back to a neutral spine. And exhaling, begin to bring your big toes to touch. Sit down onto your heels. Make sure that your bum is connected to your heels. If it isn't, you could maybe put a cushion or a rolled up blanket underneath there, just so the seat is connected to something. And on an exhale, begin to walk your hands out in front of you and bring your head to the ground, forehead to the ground. If it can't meet, again, a pillow might be really useful here. Bringing the floor towards you. Child's pose, Balasana. We're holding here for around 10 breaths. You can experiment with where your knees are. You might want them to be further out, mat distance apart, or you might want to have the knees together for an even more rounded spine. The hands can be stretched out in front, or they can gently come and rest by the sides, palms facing up. Relaxing here. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Maybe you want to rock the forehead from side to side. This can feel really nice if you hold tension in your forehead, between your eyebrows. Just massaging it, releasing that tension, letting it all go, falling down into the earth. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, feeling the lungs, feel the back rise, and exhaling, letting it all go. Inhaling, expanding the lungs, exhaling, letting it all release. Inhaling, exhaling. On your next inhalation, walk the hands forwards if they're not out already. And look forwards in between your hands. Exhaling, begin to walk the hands gently, gently, gently towards your knees. Coming up to sit in a kneeling position. Now you can make your way onto your back any way you like. Maybe crossing over the legs, rolling back. Just finding a nice way to come onto your back. Inhaling, bring your knees into your chest. Hug them into your body for a moment. And from here, begin to extend the legs towards the sky. Drop the hands to the sides and just let yourself release here. The legs don't need to be fully straight here. They can be bent. Doesn't matter where you are here. Just inverting really gently. You might, if you have a wall by you, find this really nice to do up against a wall. Feeling the blood coming out of the legs. Noticing the sensations. Staying here for around 10 breaths. Closing down the eyes if you feel you'd like to. Finding stillness and softness here. Inhaling, feel the belly expand. Exhaling, letting it drop down. Inhaling, it fills up like a balloon. Exhaling, it all goes. Inhaling. Exhaling, your shoulders draw down towards the ground. Inhaling and exhaling. Trying to match your inhale with your exhale. Balancing the inhalation and the exhalation. Inhaling now, start to bend your knees back into the chest. And exhale, give yourself a nice hug once more. Inhaling now, you can take just the ankles here, bringing the soles of the feet to touch and just holding on to the ankles. Or if you'd like a little bit more, option to take the outside edges of the feet, or maybe if you haven't got socks on like me, you can take a hold of your big toes. From here, if you have the space and availability, you can start to send the feet up towards the sky, the knees in towards the armpits. Happy baby. Staying here static, or maybe taking a gentle rock from side to side. Matching the movements with your deep breaths. Trying to keep the back flat on the floor. Massaging the spine. Inhaling, coming back to stillness if you've been rocking. And exhaling, bringing the knees back into the chest once more, giving yourself another hug. Inhaling here, feeling the lungs, and exhaling, taking your hands out to a capital T shape or extending them along the ground, or maybe bending at the elbows if you haven't got the room. On an exhalation, gently, gently let the legs fall over, the knees fall over to the right-hand side of the body. Finding a nice twist here in the spine. You could have your knees further down or further up towards your hands, wherever feels good for you. You can look up to the ceiling or away from the knees over towards the left. Deep breaths here. This is a really nice position to close your eyes in. Just releasing any tension, letting gravity do the work for you here. Inhaling the knees back into the centre of the body. Wrap the forearms around the legs again, giving yourself a hug. And exhaling, letting the knees fall over to the other side, the left-hand side if you're with me, or whichever side you didn't do. Looking up to the ceiling or the opposite way to the knees. Relaxing here. Feeling the belly fill with air and letting it all go. Inhaling the knees back into the centre of the body. Give yourself a final hug. Maybe pick up your head, bring your nose to your knees, give yourself a squeeze in a ball. And exhale now. Drop the feet down to the ground and bring the soles of the feet to touch, letting the knees open up like a book to either side of the room. The hands can maybe be on your belly. Maybe one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, or they can just be to the sides, or maybe gently resting on the thighs. Experiment with where you like your hands to be best. And here, closing down the eyes in Supta Baddha Konasana, or lying butterfly. Staying here for as long as you like. Taking deep breaths in and out. Really noticing your breath. Extending your inhales. Extending your exhales. Balancing the breath as you prepare for a wonderful night's sleep. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you sleep well. And I hope to see you on my channel again. Good night, everyone.